What's up, beautiful people? It's Pretty Girl Love Trap content, and we are gathered here today to discuss Bel-Air Season 2, Episode 8. It is a lot. It's definitely a lot going on. It's, the drama is starting to steam up just a little bit. But it was definitely a pretty good episode. I hope you guys tune in for this review and we can go ahead and discuss together. Yes, watching live, let's have fun in the chat. If you're watching the replay, please let's get down in the comments and discuss as well. So, you guys, just know I'm tired of Carlton and his line behind, okay? Before we get into it, I see BB, Daria, and Jeremiah. How y'all doing? Thank y'all for coming through. Please make sure y'all liking this video, okay? I appreciate y'all. If you are watching and you're not subscribed, please do your girl a favor and subscribe, okay? And let's get into it, y'all. Let's get into Bel-Air, child. Ugh. So we start off with Vivian, okay? She's being a little regretful of, her openness in social media, okay? Because your girl thinks she was like in a, private therapy session, but she was actually disclosing her feelings to the world, okay? And of course, the repercussions of doing so is everybody hears what you're talking about. Okay, so she is pretty much composing this letter of apology to the Neiman Fellowship. And, she's kind of, testing it out for the fam and see how they feeling it. Okay, it seems like a pretty little decent letter. So, she's getting nervous because she has a meeting with the board members. Okay. Meanwhile, of course, morning time. So everybody's in and out, the kitchen. So as soon as Will, enter the situation, Phil comes in the room, Will leaves, and so Phil was like, so we over here, not speaking, because Will, he forever got drama, okay, and be asking for too much. Like, Will is spoiled, okay, and I'm over him. But he was like, we gonna keep doing this, Will? Like, come on, we gotta go ahead and reconcile. And he was like, you know what? When I let you back in the house, or when you came back, I told you that I will let loose a little bit, I will let go, and I'm going to relinquish some of this control, and I'm gonna let you rock. I'm gonna let you make your decisions. And so Will was like, yeah, that's what I've been wanting. And I'm like, I mean, to a certain extent, you kind of have to let children fall and make their own mistakes and decisions. But at the end of the day, Will is asking for too much, and I'm over it. Like, they're really bothering me because, Will, you don't pay not one bill up in that house, but you want so much control over your decisions, and I'm aggravated. But he is 17-ish, I guess, at this point. So yes, to a certain extent, he can make his own decisions, but freedom is not what he needs at this point. Okay, and we're gonna see that when the end of the episode comes through. Hey, Blazing Saddles, how are you? Thank you for coming through. So Carlton comes in. Of course, Will was like, okay, I really gotta go. She was like, oh, I guess Auntie was like, I guess we can't, have all these, differences, resolved at this point. And so, they still beefing about Carlton blaming Will about releasing the video, what have you. Okay. And so Carlton comes in, everybody, the family's checking on him, and he has a little nosebleed. So, he looking like, ooh. So the parents, they're like, are you okay? He's like, I'm fine. I'm just gonna go. And I'm like, see, look at here. Look at here, okay? You guys are not paying attention to Carlton. Like, as soon as I saw that, I don't know. I know they don't know about all his drug use, but I don't know. Just signals will immediately come to my head. Like, you smoke crack, don't you? Like, I'm definitely on, like, you smoke that crack, don't you train, okay? Because, you got to have your antennas up, because these little, these kids be into stuff, all right? But they let it go at this point. But he is definitely looking real suspicious up here in these streets, okay? But yes, Carlton, nosebleeds. So, we over here practicing and what have you. And Jackie, she comes to Will and she was like, I apologize for being, drunk as a skunk the other night. And thank you, for looking out. He was like, okay, it's cool. So she was like, I'm ready to open up a little more. How about we discuss, tomorrow night you could pick me up from work. He was like, all right, cool. That's cute. So he notices the team and the coach, coming in the gym. So he was like, all right, your uncle coming through. So, let's go ahead and disperse. All right. And so he leaves. And of course, Doc asked Jackie, like, what was that all about? And she was like, well, he was just excited about starting. And Doc tells her, well, don't say too much. I'm like, look here, we still keeping secrets up in here. We still keeping the secrets. Because in Jackie and Will's conversation, he asked why Brian is no longer on the team. And she was like, we'll talk about that later. So I don't know. Do y'all feel that Jackie was going to tell Will what's going on with Brian and Doc? And I feel like, I don't know if y'all see it this way, but I feel like Jackie is in the same position as Will with Lisa last season. Will, he was living with his uncle, and he had to keep this secret from Lisa, which was, Uncle Phil and the situation with getting him, out of jail or what have you. So I feel like Jackie's kind of going through that same thing where, she likes somebody and she can't be completely honest because she got a little uncle over here controlling her, trying to keep the secret. So I thought that was kind of like an interesting parallel that I noticed with the Will and Jackie situation. So we're gonna see how this unfolds because I think Jackie likes Will a little more than Will likes her at this point. But I don't know. I don't know how this is gonna play out with the whole Doc situation. It's gonna be a lot. Hey, Big Wolf, how are you? Thank you for coming through. Blazing Saddles, you think she was going to tell him later? Yeah, I'm kind of thinking so too. It's hard to read Jackie a little bit because I'm still concerned with talking about she got demons. Now, I don't like when you say that because when I hear that somebody got demons, I'm thinking crack or I'm thinking alcohol or I'm thinking some type of molestation. Like, Jackie, what you into, girl? Because I don't have time for the mystery, okay? We episode 8 up in here. Like, if I don't get no closure or no additional details in the next 2 episodes, I'm gonna be frustrated. I may have to protest. What's up, Brillo? Thank you for coming through. I appreciate it. All right, so the game starts, y'all. And Uncle Phil and Jeffrey have a cute little conversation. He was like, I heard that your son, he got back across the pond safely. And so Jeffrey was like, I know I've been a little distracted. Okay. I wasn't giving you my A game. I was giving you like a C minus, but I'm all in 100% full throttle. And so of course, Uncle Phil, he's like, that's what I want to hear because you are living in my house and still getting paid. Therefore, I'm going to need you to come correct. He ain't say all that, but that's what I was thinking. Okay. And so, Will is also, in the locker room and he gets his little jersey from Doc and Doc was just giving me weird, like fake vibes. He was like, Compton's on y'all head. Y'all need to go represent yourselves. You know what I'm saying? Let's get y'all respect. And I'm like, ooh, Compton, are we sure we want to go ahead and put it on them like that? I mean, this is Compton. If you talk I'm just saying, I don't know. What's up, Lions Den? Thank you for coming through. Television commissioners in here. So it was kind of funny because Will was aggressively fouled. Okay. And I'm like, okay, can we get a technical or something? That was a little too deep. And even Uncle Phil agreed. He was like, yo, ref, that's a foul. Like, what's going on? So some dudes, obviously from Compton, was like, well, what you gonna do about it? They thought Uncle Phil was by himself. And Jeffrey, he was like, Bumba Clot, none of that up in here, okay? And so he was like, what's up? So Compton kind of backed down a little bit. I said, Compton, y'all sounded like a little, bit of a punk right now. I mean, I think y'all pretty much was neck and neck. It was 2-2. So Jeffrey, you got that much heat. Like, I know you got a name across the pond, but Jeffrey, your name got fire, got weight in LA. Like, let us sister know. I want to know. So I'm like, okay, we ain't gonna have no little old man fight, which is cool. Okay. So the game is close. It gets to a point where it's tied up. But we actually, win the game. But the whole time, Doc was looking real suspicious at this man. I'm like, Doc, who is this man? Because he looking a little concerned. And I'm like, Doc, what you got going on? They don't speak or anything, but he over there just like looking at Doc like, yeah. So it's obvious some tension. So I'm like, oh Lord, Doc, we don't need no more drama. Like for real, I'm over it. All right. Big Wolfie said, I think she may have accidentally killed a friend drunk driving. That's definitely a good thing there. That's plausible. That's a good one, Big Wolf. Television Commission, yes, like that. And subscribe to make another account, make 10 accounts and subscribe to all me, okay? And have me playing in all of your things. So your phone, your laptop, your tablet, your television, well, multiple televisions, because I know we in a world where we have multiple TVs in the house. Like, do your girl a favor, okay? I don't ask for much, all right? Television Commission, you said they would have stepped on and got one on bumped it. Child. So yes, it's a lot going on, but we win the game, right? Meanwhile, Ashley, this is what I used to hate group projects, bro. Like I hated group projects in school. Okay, she minded her own business, all right? And we have Karen Jr. over here, and she get paired up with Karen Jr. And I'm like, saying, I'm sorry, Ashley Boo. Like, I'm sorry. This is effed up. Like, I don't think I ever got paired with somebody I was beefing with, but I don't like group projects. It's always that one, you know what, that ain't do not nothing in the project, but still get credit as if they did the work. I'm anti-group project, okay? But she show up late, okay? And I'm like, see, you starting off wrong, Olivia, okay? So they have a project. They have to create this little robot that has like 3 functions or whatever. So Ashley's like, well, I want to create a robot that does, recyclables. And Olivia, she was like, I don't know. I think I like a cleaning, a vacuum one. So I was like, I ain't gonna lie, that's kind of fire, Olivia. Ashley, I don't know about yours, but it was cute. It was cute. It was cute. Oh, nah. I probably want to control the project. I mean, it depends on the project. Like, I don't know. I was, definitely a good student for the most part, but I lack trust. That's my issue. I lack trust. So Olivia asking Ashley, well, so have you heard from her? She was like, who? And we know, we talking, about Miss Hughes. She was like, why? Because you was over there snitching over here to 5-0. And she was like, oh, that wasn't me. She was my favorite teacher before you came in. So I'm like, I was a little confused because it's obvious based on Olivia's story that she had rapport with Miss Hughes before Ashley did. So I don't know if Miss Hughes is an elective course. Well, it was like literature. So I don't know. It was confusing. Like, I'm like, Ashley, they've been rich for a while. So I'm sure Ashley has been in this school the whole time. So that was part is a little confusing because I'm like, Olivia has more rapport. I don't know, did Olivia take another course Miss Hughes was teaching before Ashley? Like, I don't know. Or did, just Ashley just have that, just that room with your girl, Miss Hughes, because, we connect over here with the melanin. So I don't know, but she was like, that wasn't me, bruh. I was feeling Miss Hughes, like she was my boo too. So Ashley was like, I'm sorry, I misjudged you. She was like, I'm sorry too. But I'm like, so if you ain't tell Olivia if that's your real name, who snitched? Who snitched? Because you was looking real guilty. Okay, so I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if I'm caught up in the matrix, but I still got my eye on Olivia, but I'm going to take her word for it for now, okay? Because I don't know, girl. Because it was funny because she was like, yeah, I thought you were like a stuck-up little, stuck-up person. And Ashley was like, no, that's far from who I am. So it's weird because they're acting as if, I don't want, just weird because it seems like they're treating Ashley like she's the new girl, but I know she's not the new girl. I don't know. Maybe I'm looking too deep into it. Whatever. All right. Big Wolfie said Miss Hughes may have made up a spooky story because she was already leaving. A spook story. So you mean to tell me, Big Wolf, that I need to be looking deeper at Miss Hughes and we can't trust her? The whole time we over there trying to save her job. so she continued to get the paycheck. See, I hope that ain't it. I hope that ain't it, but that's definitely a good thought, Big Wolf, because she don't like to follow the rules. Meanwhile, Vivian's talking to her friend. Now, I'm sorry, I couldn't catch her name. But she got a thing for Jeffrey, what have you. I'm wondering if they're gonna like have a storyline when they hook up, because they was flirting in season 1. So I'm curious, okay? But that's a little too close to home. I feel like that would be very dramatic, but we gonna have to see. So she was like, all right, girl, what's going on with this fellowship situation? Like, she was offered the position. And because the board was like, we got to get Janice out of here. Your social media presence has been, exposing our fellowship in a positive way. We need some new blood, aka you need to like fulfill her executive position. Of course, Vivian don't want to step on Janice's toes. She feel like she didn't want to, do a sister like that. All right. And I'm like, I understand how she feels conflicted. What's up, Jay Tucker? What's up? So her friend was like, so what you gonna do? She was like, I don't know. She was like, all right, I'll leave that pending, girl. So I heard Erica Baker is in town. So are we putting on the all black and then we running up on her? And so I think I like this friend. She ride or die, okay? Because I'm like, Erica Baker, that already sound like a name for somebody you don't like, all right? And so she was like, pipe down, whatever happened and was in college. She was like, she still owe me $20 in gas money. I said, I'm gonna need you to let that go, okay, boo? Because that was from college, obviously, at least 20 years ago. I'm gonna need to let you the 20. I know it'd be hard, but let that $20 go, boo boo. But she was saying, so what's up with Erica? She was like, well, her and Phil, they may have a possible professional relationship. So we're going to have to let bygones be bygones. And she wasn't feeling that. And I'm like, I understand. She was like, dang, like, Vivian, like, check yourself. You're always making sure everybody is good with their emotions. You're trying to look over, Janet's emotions, Phil, Erica. Like, when are you going to put your emotions first? Like, girl, get it together. And I really related, you tend to care and think about, everybody else's, but like, dang, like what do I feel? So that's definitely common, especially when you're a woman and, professional and trying to hold everybody else down. So I was like, that's some good advice she gave Vivian. Okay. So Vivian was like, all right, let me go ahead and talk to Erica. So she visit and she pull up at the job. All right. And so Erica was all fake, what have you. Oh, Vivian, it's been so long, like blah, blah, blah. So Vivian was like, pump your brakes, shorty. Like, we don't get down like that. Now, why wouldn't you come to me before you approach my husband for a job? Okay. She was like, Vivian, it even ain't like that. I'm professionally interested in Phil. I was like, Erica, she's giving me like Gabrielle Union from to play that game. Like, you can't trust her, okay? You can't trust her, okay? Especially with the wig. I don't trust her with the wig alone, okay? Jay Tucker, you said she was ready for forever. Yes, I love friends like that. Be ready for forever. Whatever. So apparently the backstory is Vivian and Phil took a break. So, Erica found the opportunity. And I would say Will too, because Phil, we got to give him some accountability as well. So apparently during the break, Phil and Erica began a relationship, and that lasted for 2 years. All right. And they're sorority sisters and they're friends. I understand completely because I'm in a sorority. So you kind of hold your sorority sisters to a higher standard, possibly more so as a friend. It depends. It really depends on how your bond is with your sorority sister. Because, my best friend is my sorority sister, my friend. I probably wouldn't have met her if we wasn't in sorority. So it just depends on how you value your friends versus your sorority sister. So it could get all, complex, okay? Because you can have some sorority sisters where y'all just, cool, but y'all ain't really tight like that. Okay. And then she also says she's her line sister. So if y'all don't know, line sisters are your sorority sisters, but they're your sorority sisters that you guys kind of cross together. You kind of become members together. So you have, task that you complete and form bonding relationships with. Okay, I can't get too deep into it because it's sacred, but saying that you're a line sister means that you low key, we got a bond forever, and I trust you forever, ever. Okay. Big Wolf said Erica crept in on a back door on Phil. Yeah, so this is the interesting thing. So Erica was like, okay, that was a long time ago. Yes, me and Phil's relationship was pivotal, but that was a while ago. And so this was an interesting thing to me because Vivian said, well, me and Phil, what is her exact words were, we worked through that. All right. So no, her and Erica did not work through it because they probably didn't communicate. But this is a thing, and this is something that I learned very pivotal a few years ago. I forgot what I saw this on. I don't know, but it was definitely a great insight. So I don't know what the girl was talking about. I'm pretty sure it was on social media somewhere or YouTube or TikTok somewhere. Probably not TikTok because I wasn't on TikTok years ago. But someone made a point that as women, we are so forgiving of our spouses, and our mates when it comes to certain things. But we hold such a higher standard and hierarchy and are less forgiving towards our friends. You know, how we have situations where a woman may forgive a spouse for infidelity or lying or what have you, and forgive them after that. But if we have a friend that, let's say, we said something stink about us, or, forgot our birthday, or, just was late at a dinner or didn't show up for something, you know what I'm saying? So that's definitely a great point and a great lesson I got out of this situation, because Vivian was more, of course, forgiving of Phil versus Erica. Now, it can get a lot deeper because we don't know the whole college setup. Like, was you and Phil, real knee deep before you knew Erica? Like, there's a lot of little things and nuances. It's definitely a case by case situation. But I just wanted to point that out, how, some people are more forgiving of their spouses than they are their friends. So Vivian, she got that stress off her chest. And I appreciate that. Come to her woman to woman, because she was like, if my man gonna be working here with you with your sleazy behind, I got to know you ain't got no ulterior motives, okay? So I appreciate that. But do y'all feel like she was overstepping? How do y'all feel about Vivian approaching Erica? I'm interested in how y'all think about what y'all think about that, because some people may not agree it was like the best decision. Now, I don't know, popping up to the job, I don't know, but that's probably, the easiest place to find her. We know Vivian be about that life sometimes, okay? Oh, Lord. So long story short, Phil is over here at work, okay? So apparently they had a partner, Derek, who died of a heart attack, okay? So it was 3 of them. Now there's 2, is Phil and there's James, okay? So today is the day we honor Derek. This is the date of his heart attack. So they honor him every year with this little luncheon or what have you. This little, gathering. So they're giving a cute little speech about Derek and how they really struggled through the times to build this firm, because, it was hard, for 3 Black men to really join a firm, create a firm and have it be successful. And Phil talked about there were times where they had to take turns, paying their mortgage. I was like, ooh, y'all had to take time paying. Ooh, child, that's real deep. But I understand that entrepreneur life, child. That thing is stressful. And it ain't for everybody, okay? It ain't for everybody, because everything is on you. Every bill that is paid is on you. You getting paid is on you. So I definitely felt that in my heart when they talked about taking turns paying their mortgage. That's real deep. Like, you definitely create a great bond when you have people like that you're building something with and that turns successful. So first of all, Phil was even hesitant doing this because, he felt some type of way because he over there taking meetings over there. And he was like feeling real, fake a little bit. And James over there was like, yeah, it was a good turnout considering your little fake, memorial. And, Phil was like, what's going on? He was like, all right, brother, we Black over here. and we lawyers, so we talk, okay? And I got a call, and I heard you had a little meeting with Carson and Lake. So he was like, yeah, I took a meeting. He said, oh, we both over here taking secret meetings. I was like, dang, Phil, he kind of got you in that because you was real tight. He was over there taking meetings a few episodes. Okay. He was like, well, am entertaining an offer, but we'll see. So, after it all, he guess he did some thinking and he realized, no, I'm going to stay put because, their company are going, it's going through a little acquisition. So he's like, we're going to ride this thing off till the wheels fall off. So Phil is staying at his current position. Now, I like it because it seemed like they were doing way too much over there at the other company. It probably would have been hella overwhelming. Probably would have been never home. And then we also have Eric over there. And I wouldn't be surprised. She would probably be over there trying to create, extra meetings or what have you and extra business trips. Because, I don't trust her. All right. Big Whoopie said, it sure is. You've been an entrepreneur for years. And I was a sole proprietor, and now I'm an author. Yes, I definitely understand. Congrats as well. I know you said, I feel like, I don't know if it was you or somebody else supposed to leave me their book information, but I never got it. I never saw it. So that wraps up on Phil. Okay, so let's talk about Hillary for a little minute because she a little lovesick. She a little lovesick. She really on her brandy, sitting up in my room. So of course, her and Jazz broke up. She over there scrolling no old text messages. We know how it is. Okay, so her little employees was like, now we need to clean up this room. We need to get dressed, girl, because we hungry. Okay, we ain't trying to Uber Eats or nothing. You supposed to be cooking like you normally have us fed by now, girl. Like, what's up? Like, come on, boss, get it together. So they encourage her. So she decides to get out of bed. I was like, I like that, but y'all could have brought me some food. Like, y'all see, I'm lovesick. Like, y'all lazy, but okay, go off. So Phil, and this is maybe a little out of order, but I apologize. So Phil and Jeffrey, they leave the game. And they noticed Doc was kind of beefing with somebody in the parking garage. So, of course, Jeffrey was like, 10-4, I'm on it. I'm like, see, I need the people that Jeffrey got. I need the people that Jeffrey got because they could find everything out. Like, who you got on your team, Jeffrey? I just want to know. Like, I just want to know. I'm nosy. It was you. Okay. You sent it in my community messages. I didn't see it. Try to put it on the most recent one. I don't recall seeing it. I'm sorry. I was looking for it. So, and then of course I have a picture here of, Vivian talking to the board members. All right. So your girl Hillary was feeling well enough to go on to LaMarcus. Okay. LaMarcus got a nice little situation. Okay. He just moved into a new spot a week ago. Okay. And so he was like, it's good, but I need some furniture and a woman's touch. He had to put that in there. Okay. So she was like, I'm just here for business. Okay. I have a little marketing, plan. I want to, run this by you. So maybe I can connect with your people, because we did some numbers on social media when it came to, my little deal, Simply Spiked or whatever. He was like, I don't need to see that, girl. You good. You a genius in my eyes. So he called up his people. He was like, yeah, I need you to talk to my friend here. I'm like, okay, that's what I'm talking about, making moves. All right. And so later on, she come by the crib because, she was low key, expressing her low key jealousy with Ivy and the whole billboard situation. Okay. So he had a whole billboard of Hillary created and posted on Sunset Boulevard. Sunset is like one of the big, long boulevards in LA. Okay, so that speaks volumes. All right. He was like, yes, girl, this is for you. I don't know who this Ivy chick is, but you a star. Okay. She was like, dang, I'm speechless. Boo. He was like, all right, I know you got a man and all, but boo, stop playing. Let's get this thing rocking. Like, I'm never gonna stop. Can't stop, won't stop. P. Diddy it up. Like, I'm never gonna stop trying to be back with you. And so he's definitely wooing her. And it's cute, but I still have my side eye. And honestly, at this point, he hasn't done anything wrong. Hillary definitely stated that she didn't want to be, just his wife. She wanted to have her own identity. So that's why they broke up. I'm just hoping that this just isn't like a farce. Like, this just isn't, his representative. Okay. because we know this is a show. We know this is drama filled. We have to have something spicy. So I'm just trying to figure out what their conflict would be. If it would be a situation where he's trying to, control her, or she just is conflicted about being in a relationship and being insecure about an athlete's spouse. So it could go a lot of different ways. I mean, they seem a little more equally yoked. He's very, mature. We know Jazz still have some work to do with the security department. Okay. So I don't know. I like LaMarcus for now. He's very driven, successful, but I don't know. We got to see what Hillary decides, because he's making it hella easy for her at this point. All right. So Lisa, Raggedy Daddy, decided to skip out all precaution to get his car fixed, because she's driving it, okay? And the car won't start. Will, he about to, hop in his car because school is out of session, okay? He was like, you need to ride. She's like, no, I'm good. I'm like, girl, you was not good, okay? So he ends up, let her know, like, I'm gonna give you a ride. She was like, I'm not going home. I'm going to the hospital because her stepbrother is being born, okay? And her stepmama is in labor. I still feel a way that they was over there being real creep-like with her biological mama, but I'm gonna try to let it go. I really lie. I'm lying, y'all. I'm not gonna let it go. I'm not gonna let it go. Y'all slime me for that affair, okay? So he was like, all right, I'm gonna take you or whatever. So he takes her to the hospital. Not just takes her, he stays there and comforts her. And she feeling away. She was like, dang, my dad has found a whole new family. Like, I feel out of place. And Will was giving her some very great advice, just letting her know, like, hey, I understand your family may look a little different. And because, of course, he went through that. He said, I went from just me and my mom's, and now I got this whole, unit situation in Bel-Air. So I definitely understand where you're coming from. But nonetheless, it's still family, girl. Like, appreciate it. Just embrace it. So she was like, all right, cool. So it was a cute little moment. But meanwhile, he had a whole situation, planned with Jackie. So they texting, and he's like really he's in a tough position because he's trying to be a good friend, but he's still trying to get to know Jackie. So it's a lot, but he sacrificed, his time with Lisa. But he still, he tells Jackie, I'm running late. So, before he leaves, of course, we get word the baby about to come out. Okay, he's about to be wah up in here. Okay, and so I forgot Jackie's dad name, but I'm just not Jackie. I forgot Lisa's dad name for a sec. But he was like, yo, the baby, it's time. I understand, you need some time. She's like, no, I want to meet my baby brother. I was like, okay, some growth here. So he thanks Will. He was like, thank you, Will. He's like, no, I just dropped her off. He was like, no, you did more than that for me. So he gives him a real handshake. So it seems like all is forgiven with Lisa's dad. It seems like they're in a good rapport. Maybe he trusts Will a little more. So I'm a little interested because that was part of the stress of their relationship. I mean, you was messing with your cousin's ex-girl, but we gonna keep that quiet. But now that it seems like Will and her pops are a little cool, like, will that make it easier for them to kind of get back together? I don't know. Do y'all even feel Lisa? Because I feel like Lisa, people are torn. Okay, the fans are torn. Are we team Lisa or not? Because Lisa, she be having her cons a little bit, but she means well. But what do y'all feel? Do y'all think Will should be with Lisa? Is more, because the whole Doc and Jackie thing, that's real messy, okay? I don't know. That's going to be interesting, okay? But do y'all think Will and Lisa are even a good fit? Hey, Savannah Boo, you said not a situation. Blaze and Saddles, you said, I want Will and Lisa to get back together. Hey, Candy Love, you said Will and Lisa seem to work well. They definitely do. Big Wolf, you said Doc and Lisa's dad look like they can be brothers. Yeah, that is true. They do kind of look, that could be a little twist. I'm just saying. I've seen enough Young and the Restless in my day. They can make it happen. I'm just saying. I can see that, but do we even... Oh my God, that would be a lot. That would be a lot. But we don't know how deep we're gonna go with the drama up in here, okay? So Lisa cool. So Will was like, all right, let me go ahead and slide over, across town to see about Jackie, okay? But of course he goes there He's supposed to pick her up, but I guess she found an Uber or another ride because old girl was like, no, she left. Okay. And she probably, heard Lisa cursing Will out and everything because she was still looking kind of at Will like, so it was you. Okay. So before Will, he's about to leave. So he run into Brian. He was like, Brian, bro, like, why you not on the team no more? Like, what's up? Nobody's telling me anything. He was like, long story short, Doc ain't all he, cracks up to be. Okay. Like, watch out for your boy. Okay. And so, of course, Will's like, oh my God. Like, I'm like, see, we've been trying to tell your ignorant ass. Don't be over there trusting Doc. Everything. Oh, Doc believes in me. Doc this, Doc that. See, this is what you get. This is what you get, Willie from Philly. Like, you act like you ain't no city boy. I swear to God. You too naive to be a city boy. I refuse. But we already know the real Will. He was from Philly, adjacent. Okay. He wasn't really from them streets. He ain't from where, Meek Mill and Eve and them was at. Like, it was a whole nother, suburban-like situation. Okay. The real Will, but the show Will from the Fresh Prince, we already know. Will was not really in them streets like that, okay? He wasn't on them corners. He was just on them courts for the most part, all right? So Will decides to go and tell Uncle Phil, like, hey, can we talk about, Zenith group, Zenith team, what have you, and Doc? So he was like, yeah, found out that Doc has been taking bribes to steer players to colleges and agents. And I'm like, oh my God, this is a huge surprise to you. This is a surprise to you. It wasn't to me. We know Doc about that money, honey. And so he tells Uncle Phil, and of course, Phil already knew because Jeffrey done did his recon yesterday, okay? So he probably was just waiting for Will to either come to him, unless he probably would have gave it a few more days and maybe would have. I don't know. Do y'all think Uncle Phil would have told Will eventually? I think he may have, because there's someone trying to snitch on Doc, and it's probably that other guy that was at the team or at the game. He probably was a coach for another team or some way related to the whole basketball situation. But this is a pickle because Will was over there telling Doc, oh, I trust you the other night when he dropped Jackie off and then told Doc about the whole situation with Uncle Phil and get him out of jail. So now if Will try to get out this team, I'm sure, I'm 99, I'm 1,000% sure, actually. I'm a Maury Povich percentage sure that Doc is going to hold that nugget right over Willie from Philly's head, okay? So we're going to have to play this, and I'm sure it's probably, if this don't, come to a weird, awkward halt by episode 10, it's going to be a big little, cliffhanger to lead us into season 3, because I know Doc ain't about to give up them deposits from Uncle Phil no time soon, okay? So we're just going to have to see how this turns out. It's going to be a lot. It's definitely going to be a lot. And I'm so upset because, Will, you just open your big mouth. You would have been fine not divulging all that information. I'm just saying. Yes, Blazing Saddles. He's hella naive and arrogant, and he just gets on my nerves. Oh, my God. Oh, Jesus. So this is another situation Will annoyed me a little bit, okay? So Carlton was like, I want that old thing back, okay? So he gives Lisa a little a little bracelet with a little swimming charm, right? And so she's like, oh, this is cute. What's the occasion? She was like, for always being there for me. I'm still in the running for this, Founders Award. Like, I just want, it's an appreciation gift, okay? So after that, Will peeped Drew and Lisa together. All right. So it looks like, like, dang, they still hanging tough. So Will goes to Carlton, was like, hey, Carlton, you need to do Lisa and me a favor, okay? You need to let her know that he is a scumball, okay? Drew was the one who released the video of, the Schmurder incident, okay? I'm going to call it Schmurdergate, all right? So I'm like, on one hand, I get it. Will said, me and Lisa, this is before the whole hospital incident. So he said, me and Lisa ain't really cool like that right now. but y'all are cool. You know, it will look like I'm a hater if I go to her. I need you to let her know she with a scumball, slime ball situation, okay? And so I get it. I get Will's point of view, but I still feel like Lisa would have understood it coming from Will, because Will, the one looking here, got options. So I don't think she would have looked at him as being a hater. But Will, you're low key putting Carlton in a situation where it will cause him possibly some stress and, just rev up all his like anxiety. So I'm like, oh, you putting too much on Carlton. Maybe he didn't. I don't think he probably really realized how much this was gonna, turn into a storm, because he don't know, about his, still lingering feelings for Lisa. He didn't see the gift being, delivered or what have you. So I'm gonna cut with a little slack, but I'm still like, okay, you got to be very sensitive with Carlton in a sense. But at the same time, we got people like Vivian over there babying Carlton, okay? So, hey, BB. So Carlton, he went about it the wrong way. This is part of it. He got his heart all mixed up in it. Okay, so he over there, he see he see Lisa over there, and Drew over there rubbing hands, and he's looking at there's a slow-mo of the bracelet dangling it, and ever so softly, touching Drew's wrist or whatever. So his feelings are all up in the tizzy. Okay, so Drew go to class, and he stopped Lisa. He was like, Lisa, what's up? Like, you over there messing with Drew? Like, when was you gonna tell me? She was like, see, that's why I ain't want to tell your punk ass, because you don't know how to take stuff. Okay. So he was like, Drew was the one that released the tape. She was like, oh, that's absurd. I'm like, Lisa, this is the same fool that been hating on Carlton. Carlton had to beat his behind at the bowling alley last week. Like, girl, like, come on now. Come on, you're being a little naive yourself. Okay. So Carlton was like, oh, I see you so still butt hurt over Will. You trying to, entertain the first jerk, you know what I'm saying, that give you some attention. So she was like, F you, Carlton. She walks up. I was like, see, Carlton, you kind of came in a little high. Like, wrong delivery, bruh. Like, you were doing too much. Hey, Candy Love. Yes, Carlton is Aggie AF. Okay. That cocaine. He's in love with the cocoa. He got it for the low. So yeah, Lisa, she got some information, but she don't really think it's too credible per the source. Okay. So that throws Carlton in a tizzy. Okay. So he sees Connor in the parking lot. He was like, you know what, Connor, you got some more peace offerings, like, AKA, you got some more drugs I can use, okay? And Connor was like, oh, looky here. I thought you was too good for the drugs. Connor was like, stop your BS. Let's go ahead and get hot. Okay, so they proceed to go to these drug, users and sellers, whatever. But before they leave, we see Drew peeping their interaction. I'm like, see, why they put this in here? Like, see, we ain't done with Drew yet. Like, it's about to be some more drama with Drew, and I'm gonna be aggravated. Okay, Drew's about to be doing something. He's about to really get on my nerves. I feel like he's gonna do something really slimy enough to where it's not going to be. He can't reverse it. It's gonna be a lie. He may actually get expelled. So they go to the druggie's house. Okay, apparently it looks like they just kind of squatters, low key. Okay, I looked at the mailbox. It was mail coming out. Like, either they too high to check the mail, or they in somebody's house they don't need to be. Okay. So long story short, my man comes with a whole plethora, a little, like, charcuterie board, if you will. A little sample platter of drugs. He's like, you want to smoke, snort, do all the things. And Carlton, he was like, hell yeah. And O'Connor was like, no, we're just going to take our drugs and leave. But Carlton was like, nah, bro, we going to stay. Okay. They have the time of their life. Carlton over there got his shirt out, drinking, getting high. They drinking, doing pills. They snorting. I don't know if it was coke or just, powder-like substances of pills. Like, it was a lot. Like, Carlton was living his best life. Ain't going back and forth with you, Lisa. I'm living my best life. It was a lot. Yes, Big Wolf. They probably ain't clean since the early 90s up in there, okay? So Carlton was so, like, in a drug, like, Rage. He tired himself out, went to sleep, wake up, ain't nobody there, okay? He go outside, car gone. He left all his belongings, like cell phone, everything, in the car. So he have like a little moment. I'm like, Carlton, this is low-key fire with you in the rain. Like it's giving me like Summer Rain. Carl Thomas is giving me like 90s video. It's giving me like, you might as well go ahead and do a little two-step because it's looking low-key fire with you in the rain over there, you know, with your shirt open. I was like, all right, we having a little musical moment or what? But nah, he was like, I'm in the effed up position. So we see this man at a bus stop. I'm like, ooh, Carlton, the likes of you over here taking a bus? Ooh, I wanted to see Carlton on the bus. I really wanted him to see him on the bus. Get on the bus, Carlton. Humble yourself. But no, we see Aunt Viv. She pick him up. So he gives this fugazi story about Connor having a fake ID. Then we keep drinking one beer, not being drunk, but get out his car and just start walking and leave all his ish. And Viv, like I felt like 10% of her was like, this don't sound right. But the 90% mama bear came out. She was like, it's okay, baby, we gonna figure it out. But Carlton over there blaming his dosage because we know we changing the dosage of his meds. But I'm like, come on, we need the black mama out. We need the black, I don't trust nothing you say, mama out. Okay. And this is kind of conflicting because when you're dealing with situations that's very delicate when you're a kid and drug and mental health, it's hard to kind of handle it. But I don't know. I felt like she should have pressed them a little more. And she went back home and was telling Phil, and Phil knew better. He was like, something ain't clean in the milk, Viv. Like something, he lied. This don't sound right. She was like, well, do we want to go ahead and call him a liar and, him not trust us? Because he did call me. That was a good step. Like we should, just take it easy. And, I guess that's that balance. But Vivian, she has a lot of points and points in the show where she's very like motherly and forgiving. She ain't like the dark-skinned Aunt Viv from Fresh Prince because she ain't played with them kids, okay? This Aunt Viv is a little more, sensitive to certain matters and more forgiving, okay? So Jeffrey over there pouring Carlton tea, look at him like, you lying little niglet. Like, I'm gonna figure you out. I'm gonna go ahead in my laptop and I'm gonna get my files. Carlton, because I don't trust you, okay? So the parents come out their little meeting. He try to, beat them to the punch. He was like, okay, I'm sorry, guys. I effed up. Like, I won't do it again. Like, I'm fine. I'm going to go to my room. And of course, Mama Bear want to come in. And he was like, no, Mom, I'm fine. I'm like, okay, what? This is definitely giving me like 10-year-old Tanner. And slamming his room. I'm like, get at me with this. Get off me with this. And Phil be having a low-key checker a little bit. Like, I can tell Phil be trying to have his moments. Like, he's trying to pick his battles. Like, do I want to scream at her now or later? Because sometimes he be like, nah, shawty, like, we need to go ahead and correct this. Because last week with Will, he was like, nah, I got to get it off. So he be picking and choosing the situations he want to combat Vivian with, okay? But Carlton just got on my darn nerves. Yes, Blazing Saddle, she's being too soft on Carlton. You thought they was going to OD. I thought it was going to be something deeper too. Like I thought somebody was going to be going to the upper room. Yeah, it was a little cheesy. It was a little cheese going on up in there, Big Wolf. So, Carlton ain't got no cell phone. So he was like, what? I got other communication methods. Okay, so he's emailing Connor. What the hell happened last night? So, of course, we got Jeffrey. He already did recon. He was like, I found your car and your wallet and your phone. I found all those things 10 miles from where your mom picked you up. I was like, dang, you knew the exact locations. You probably got GPS on everybody. Like, I love you, Jeffrey. I'm glad you're back on board, okay? Because you probably wasn't dealing as recon while your son was here, okay? Because you always in your feelings, okay? So I'm glad to have you 100 back because we need you because we got people we need to investigate, okay? So he was like, I'm sure you ain't walked them 10 miles, bruh. So your truth gonna have to come out eventually because I know you're lying, okay? Carlton was like, no, what I told my parents, that's exactly like, you sound like a real liar right now, Carlton. Like, come on, sell it a little better. If you're gonna lie, okay? But Jeffrey, no. He don't have those rose-colored glasses, okay? Because these ain't his kids, low-key. So he can see through the BS, all right? So we're gonna see how this is gonna unfold, because at the end of the day, we know Carlton was not gonna walk no 10 miles. His little privilege behind was not gonna walk no 10 miles to nowhere, okay? Like, well, how did he call? Like, I'm sure nobody let him use this their cell phone. He probably went to somebody's business to try to use their phone or something. I'm curious of how he was able to call his mama, okay? Well, that was pretty much it, y'all. Like, that was, it was pretty decent episode. Um, let me know what y'all rate this episode. I don't know. Like, I was feeling a way about this season. I was like, I don't know if I enjoyed this season as much as last season. And really, I probably, because I didn't have a lot of expectations, because we know how the reboot game can be. But Bel-Air, honestly, I raved about it last year because I felt like that was like the best way to execute a reboot. Like, I loved every decision they made in terms of the characters. So maybe, all the hype in my head is kind of gone. I'm like, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. I don't know. But we're going to see what these next 2 episodes give. Please make sure you're liking this video, subscribe, do all the things. I will be also going live at 8:15 to discuss Tariq from Power Book to Ghost, because your boy's in some pickles here. And we need to discuss what he about to do, okay? So meet me at 8:15 to talk about Tariq and Power. If you watch Power, it was yeah, definitely a great word to use. Is definitely giving I'll probably give it like a 7, 8 in terms of the episode. But y'all, thank you for coming through. I'll see y'all in about 10 minutes. Well, in less than that. I'm gonna come through and chop it up with your girl and talk about Power if y'all watch that. Okay, make sure you're liking this video. I appreciate it. Toodles.